The downstairs cats are eating their primal raw turkey nuggets. It is 9:15 a.m. and Boo is just about to get his breakfast. Hey, Boo. Hello, Boo. How are you? Wanna eat? Want some food? Come on. Boo is eating his food, and Boo's been a really good boy again. I mean, he really has not been making any noise in this room. Like scratching at the door or trying to get out the windows or anything like that at all. He's really happy and content here. And again, this is just temporary for him to be in this room. Maybe another week or two as everyone gets acclimated to the situation and Boo kind of gets off his meds and stuff. Right now he's only still on the antibiotic. They gave him a 2-week antibiotic. So right now as I'm filming this, Boo has been in the house for 1 week and like 2 days or a day and a half. So he's been really, really good. And a lot of people are surprised at how well he's doing in the house. But I just want to remind everyone that he has been living on my patio for 2 months now. I mean, he's pretty much just been living on my patio, spending all of his time there. He's been sleeping on a patio chair or that aqua chair or in his apartment under the house. He's been having all his meals on the patio. He's been playing on the patio. The only time he really leaves the patio is if he's gonna go take a poop somewhere. So because he was living on the patio can really be considered just another room. It just doesn't have like walls and a roof. He spent all his time on the patio. So transitioning him to a room is not very difficult for him because it's really just like the patio, except it has walls and a roof. And he has his playmat from the patio. He has his toys from the patio. He has some new toys and everything. He has the same food. Actually, his food has gotten upgraded since he's been inside. So he's very content. And what he doesn't have is having to deal with like Hydrox, another cat, or having to deal with the raccoons and the skunks and the possums and the neighbor's dog and weather and like all that stuff. So I think he appreciates being inside because I think he's wanted to come inside for a while now. It is 9:20 a.m. and I'm bringing some wet food outside to Hydrox. Oh, there's Hydrox. Hey, Hydrox. Are you hungry? You want to eat some food? What's the matter? Come here. You want to eat? Come on, over here. Hydrox did the pre-eating stretch. What's the matter, Hydrox? Boo's in the window watching. Eat your food, Hydrox. Yeah, it looks like he's hungry. But there's dry food in the feeder, and that's good dry food. It's not like cheap dry food. That's the Nature's Variety Instinct dry food, so. And there's little Boo. Stella was right here at the door, but the door was shut, so I opened the door. And here's Boo. Hey, Boo! He was just laying there, scratching pad. Being a good boy. He ate his breakfast. Right, Boo? You ate your breakfast? Yeah. I'll be in here in a little bit, Boo. I got some stuff to do outside first. Now, Boo has gotten all of his jumping ability back. He jumps up onto that ledge near the window like a strong cat. So he could easily jump over this gate without a problem. And he has gotten his rambunctiousness back also. He has a lot more playing energy. Right, Boo? So I need to spend some time in here playing with him today also. But it's good because I have the day off, so I need to do a lot of stuff around the house. And I have like a whole list of stuff I want to get done, and I know only half of it's going to get done. Okay, Boo. I need to shut the door. I need to shut the door because I'm going outside, okay? Okay? I'm going to shut the door, Boo. Okay? That means you got to move. You got to move, Boo. Move, Boo. Move, Boo. Yeah, you gotta move. Gotta move. Gotta move. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna shut the door. Come on. Let's go. I'm on a schedule. Come on. Move. Move. See you later, Boo, okay? I'll see you later, Boo. There's Stella sitting on her scratch and roll. So Hydrox ate all of his food, all of it. But there is still a lot of dry food in the feeder. So I need to adjust the amount of dry food that the feeder is dispensing. The other thing I need to do is clean out this water. You can see all the raccoon paw prints on the bottom. Can you see them? So I moved the other feeding table over from the driveway area where it was for Hydrox's food before, and I figure I'm going to put it on top of the water bowl, which will at least protect the water bowl from falling leaves. And there's Hydrox. He's watching me. He's like waiting for me to refill the water. He's going to move because I have to walk right near him to put the water on. Okay, Hydrox, I'll put water on. Okay. I'll put the water on. I gotta turn the water on. Right there's the hose, Hydrox. Where are you going? This is weird. There was a little more food in the can, so I'm gonna give this to Hydrox also. I'm just gonna put it right here in the patio. Hydrox is standing there by the gate. He's eating the food. Today I want to plant a bunch of spring bulbs. These are the bulbs that I have. It's like 4 different varieties. I have some of these allium bulbs, and then I have these tulip, orange princess, and muscari armeniacum. So it's the orange tulips, and then these smaller little purple flowers, and then some of these red hyacinths. I'm going to plant these in an area in my front yard. And I've been reading articles about planting by the phases of the moon. So I've been waiting for this weekend in order to plant these bulbs because the moon was full a few days ago, and now's the best time during the moon's phases to plant flowering bulbs, because between a full moon and a new moon is a really good time to plant anything that has to root. Like bulbs or root vegetables or anything like that. In between the new moon and the full moon, that's the best time to plant anything that needs to sprout or shoot up leaves. So that's a good time to plant like tomatoes, for example. I remember planting those tomato plants. It was like a new moon, and I just remember it being a weird coincidence, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm planting on the new moon. But then I found out that if you do plant on the new moon, you could have a very abundant crop. Now, it could have been both things. Could have been planting it on the new moon. It could have also been all the rain we had. So I'm just still experimenting with planting according to the phases of the moon. A lot of people swear by it, and I've seen some experiments where it definitely makes a difference. So today I want to plant all of these bulbs in the front yard. It's 12:45 p.m. I just came up and look who's laying on the bed. It's Simba, and he has a toy. Hey, Simba! Guys, check this out. So I'm going to Trader Joe's, and look what's in the parking lot. It's a tiny house. It's a tiny house on wheels. It's really cool. It says it's the tiny house builders from the Hamptons on Long Island. I think that's where they're from. It has an outside shower. Yeah, New York. So they would be from Long Island. And here's the door. It's really tiny. It's really small. The inside looks nice. Yeah, tinyhamptons.net. That's really cool, except I would never want to live in a tiny house. I already lived in a studio apartment in Manhattan, which is pretty much almost the same square footage. Right now it is about 4 p.m. I just put some Temptations treats out for a Hydrox. These are those round Temptation treats. I had a few left in a bag, so I said let me give him some. I've been out in the front yard. All of the bulbs have been planted, and Hydrox was hanging out in one of the bushes in the front, just like watching what was going on the whole time. Now I'm back here on the patio, and all of a sudden I looked, and Hydrox was watching me here also. I figured today was a beautiful day to put the bulbs in, so today is also going to be a beautiful day to put Halloween decorations up. It's already October, so why not just get it done now? It is 4:30 p.m. and the carrier has been in the garage from when Boo came back from the VET in it. And today I took it out and it's been cleaned out. And I also hosed it down, and hopefully it doesn't smell like the vet at all. I mean, it shouldn't. It's been completely cleaned. And I'm just going to let it dry out here in the remaining sunlight today. And then I'm going to bring this in and I am going to put it into Boo's room. He's probably not going to like it because when he sees it, it might bring up some anxieties. But he does need to kind of get reacquainted with it because I am hoping to bring him back to the VET maybe this coming week, if that's possible. Again, I just have to play it by ear. I'm gonna call them in a few days and see what they think. They did want him in for a follow-up, but if I bring him in for a follow-up, I really want just to get everything done at the same time, like get the blood work done, get him fixed, like all that. So that's the reason why I'm getting the carrier ready. I also just realized that Boo has been inside all this time and he doesn't even have his Whirly toy. I just found this in the garage also. And it still works. And Boo is watching from the window. Can you see Boo? It's kind of hard to see him, but he's there. Another thing that I just found in the garage is this play tent. This is an unused play tent. There were actually 4 of these in the set. These are originally from IKEA, and they're not play tents. They're like little beanbag toss traffic cones. So, you know, you could put them down for kids to play with as like traffic cones, but they also have the holes in them as like a beanbag toss game. And I guess I had only ever used 3 of these outside, and this is the 4th one. It's never been used. So this one, I'm going to put this in Boo's room. Not like there's a whole lot of room in Boo's room, but he really enjoyed playing with these. So I'm gonna give him one of these with the Whirly toy. Maybe I'll move that play mat out because he doesn't really use that play mat. Hey Boo. So I just came into Boo's room. I don't know what he's been doing here, but he must have been playing around because he pushed this blanket out. Boo and Simba are smelling each other at the gate. They both seem okay. Simba, you want to play with Boo? Simba, you gonna play with Boo? Simba seems a little tiny bit concerned. Nope. You're not jumping, Simba. Sorry, Simba, you're not jumping over the gate. I just moved the playmat out of the room. Hey, Simba. And Simba's being cautious. There's Boo. He's ready to play. There's the Whirly toy. And there's the play tent. I just put the toy on, and I put the toy in the tent. And he's having a good time playing with it. I'm gonna move it over a little bit. I just feel like he's gonna push it into his food. Oh wow, look at this. There's now an audience at the gate. I don't know if you guys could see it. It is both Stella and Simba. And they're checking out his playmat. They're smelling it, so that could be a good thing if they're smelling the playmat. And they're also looking at what's going on inside here. Okay, Stella just hissed. She's looking at the toy, but she's hissing. Maybe she's looking at Boo, because now Boo's looking at her. You looking at Stella? Stella just walked away, but Simba is still there. He's checking out the playmat. I just opened the windows wider, because this room does get warm, and Boo ran and hid under the love seat when he saw me do that. But now he's back to his Whirly toy in the play tent. I'm gonna shut the door so he could just like relax a little bit and play with that. I have to come back in here and scoop out the litter. This is the cat's play rug in the living room. This play rug area is like a mess. I mean, it's just cat toys or cat paraphernalia. So there's this like toy tree thing which they like to kind of rub up against. And then there's the scratching pad. And there's that arch in the box. I have to move that. Then there's Stella's scratch and roll. There's some wand toys. And then there's that other toy with like a mouse in it. But if I do this, then they leave everything else alone in the house. Like they have not been scratching furniture. They've not been getting into like non-cat stuff that they should be getting into. Although I did catch Simba chewing up a receipt the other day, which I was not happy about. It is 6:20 p.m. Nobody ate the treats that I put on that paper plate. And right now I'm giving Hydrox some of the Iams salmon pate. There's still a whole bunch of dry food in the feeder. I don't know where Hydrox is right now. I scooped most of the dry food out of the feeder just because I don't need all the critters getting it. And he has his wet food under the table. There's water and there's some treats. The sky looks so nice tonight. So I'm waiting for the frozen food to defrost. And while I'm doing that, I figured I would brush the cats because they're kind of relaxed right now. And Simba's purring. He enjoys it. He lets me do his belly, he lets me do all sides of him. He's a good boy. And Stella's sitting here. She's saying, what about me? Although Stella likes to walk away. When I try to brush Stella, a lot of times she walks away. Stella's not too crazy about being brushed. Right now Simba's like, oh, what about me? Why'd you stop brushing me? They're actually all just waiting for dinner. The one thing about the frozen raw food is that it never defrosts as fast as the companies that make it tell you it does. I don't like feeding cats cold food just because in nature they don't eat cold food. They eat like room temperature food. Did you see Stella? She jumped. Okay, Simba. Okay. Want me to brush you more? Want me to brush you more? Okay? Okay. Come on, Stella. Stella, I'm gonna brush you more. Brush you more. Stella has a lot of fur. Her and Simba have the most fur. It is 6:45 p.m. I just came outside for a minute and all of the wet food is gone as well as the treats. So I'm going to give Hydrox the rest of the can of the salmon pate. There's the rest of the food. Let's hope he eats it. It is 7 p.m. It's time for Boo to eat. Boo, you want to eat some food? Want some food? Want to eat? Boo is eating his food. He's getting one of the primal raw turkey nuggets, and then he's getting half a can of the Instinct Pride food. It's like flakes, but it's healthy ingredients because it's nature's variety. It is 8:43 p.m. and I'm sitting here in Boo's room while he's eating. I gave him food quite a while ago. He only ate some of it, and now he's eating the rest of it. I was just playing with him for a little bit, and then he crawled up here and greeted me. He sat on my lap for a little while, and right now I am trying to edit a video. 9 p.m. and Boo is definitely feeling better. I've been sitting here wiggling his toy around, and he's been going crazy. I feel like I gotta shut those windows a little bit in case he pops a screen out. I gotta calm him down too. Calm down, Boo. He's just happy to have someone to play with. He's gonna relax a little bit. Did you want me to brush you more? He loves it when I start on his nose and then go up from there. Right here. He loves that spot right there. Boo's such a happy boy now that he's inside. When I used to sit outside with him, I always used to say that Boo would be happy if I was out there with him all night. But Boo was also happy being in here with me all night. So Boo got what he wanted. Just reversed. Oh, did you want more? Did you want more brushing? Boo is definitely a high maintenance cat. I have to make time every day to brush him. Over here is where the puncture wound was, and it has healed over nicely. Like right now there's not even a scab on it. There's just a little bit of a scar. And then over here, a lot of the other scars are not even visible any longer because his fur is starting to grow in. Now, when his face was all scraped up, that grew in only a couple of weeks. So I think Boo's fur grows pretty fast. But then again, the fur on his face is not as long as the fur that would be here on his leg, so this would take longer. When Stella was shaved, when she got fixed, I mean, that took her months to grow it back to how it was before it was shaved, so it could potentially take Boo that long also. Okay, so I moved the small pet gate out of the door, and I put this 3-panel pet gate in the hallway. So it's like a little corral from the door into the hallway. As far as I know, the cats are downstairs resting, taking naps. I just wanted to see what Boo would do. Like, would he venture into the hallway? Every time he looks at the top of the gate, I kind of move so he'll come back into this room because I don't want him jumping.